Come on in, everybody. It's a super sale here at the Christmas tree lot in Washington, D.C. We still have quite a few trees left in stock. We've crammed them all together. Most of the lot is empty.
Mm-hmm.
And this is just the last run. Instead of having people, walk around a barren lot, we've gathered them all together.
Put them all together.
Gathered them all together for your last minute Christmas trees here, folks.
Mm-hmm.
They're on sale. They're on sale. And that's what this podcast is about. It's about purchasing your Christmas tree here at this lot.
Mm-hmm.
We've got Douglas firs.
Mm-hmm.
We got fir firs.
Fur first?
Yep, we got Christmas firs. We have Santa fir.
Mm-hmm.
We have elf fir. No, I'm kidding. We're going to talk about soap operas, folks. For those who are willing to sit around and pretend with me for a minute, we're going to talk about soap operas.
Let me give you a little bit of useless knowledge as
All
well.
right, I'm ready.
And some of you guys probably already know this. I had a very early day today because I could not sleep and I got up and turned on the TV.
All right.
Did you know that a reindeer and a caribou is the same damn thing?
I feel like I knew that somewhere in
I
here.
didn't know it.
Now, if you were to have asked me, what's the same animal as a reindeer, I wouldn't have said caribou.
It's true. It's absolutely the same thing. A caribou is wild. A reindeer is domesticated. But it's the same doggone creature.
I thought that a reindeer was the one that ate the magic beans or whatever that the Winter Warlock had.
There's a story behind that too. The reason this might be
I
anyway.
promise we're going to talk about soap operas eventually.
Yeah, and we're gonna try to get this commercial out of the way too, right?
Yep.
So reindeer, this is kind of gross, but this is what they were saying from many, many years ago. Reindeer love to eat magic mushrooms.
They were tripping out there in the woods,
Are
huh?
they tripping, right?
Yeah.
And then the people realized, I don't know, like I've said, this is a long time ago, that if you drank the urine of the
Wow. Okay.
you would get high because they ate the magic mushrooms, but you didn't have the gut problems that magic mushrooms might give you.
Okay, so given the headlines that you're reading about General
And
Hospital and the factoids that you're coming across about reindeer, I
this
think that
was
we need to get you
this
away
was
from the
more a
internet.
factual. This was like a factual show, though.
Right.
Okay, it was like a documentary this morning.
God.
Okay, and then the folks were sitting around the campfire having themselves a little experience after drinking the reindeer urine.
Oh my God.
And they were hallucinating reindeers jumping over them. And
Okay.
that's where reindeer flying comes
All
from.
right. All right. All right. So hold on a moment. Hello, Fairmont Cross Country Club. Yes, hi. This is Matthew. Hi. Yes, from the 10th Floor podcast. We've met. We've met. I want to put a name on the list. You know the list. I'm talking about the never in a million years list. Yeah, that one. Cat from the 10th floor. Never in a million years. Thank you. All right. Okay. All right. I feel good about that. I feel good about that. Hi, Ginger. Ginger wants to know what the hell you were watching.
It was a show about I don't know what it was called.
I
It was a show
remember.
about reindeers.
I remember when I was younger. Late night, early morning TV was just trying to sell you like an album of love songs.
Exactly.
And now it's about how ancient people reutilized reindeer bio into ways to trip around the campfire. Crazy.
Well, it was the show was really the base of the show was it was a show about the reindeer rescue sanctuary place for reindeers that's in Washington State. That's
Well, at
what
least they're doing good for the planet, right? It's good for the reindeer and caribou population out there to have somewhere to go with people who care.
But anyway,
And people who care to know that stuff. Sandra says that these are Christmas traditions we didn't know we needed. So I would say, Ma, at the we got to warm up some sort of like apple cider or something at our Christmas gathering, and instead of calling it apple cider in the dispenser, you call it reindeer urine.
No, he's got to have a cute name.
Well, I guess we can ask the party planners for something like that. Hey, everybody, welcome to our podcast about soap operas. We're gonna talk about Beyond the Gates. We're gonna talk about Days of Our Lives. So settle in, walk through the Christmas tree lot, get cozy, get comfortable, grab your warm beverages with two hands, put on your earmuffs and gloves. It's Christmas time.
Yes, exactly. You know who Bill is going to be so gosh darn. He's Bill is going to be so jealous of Mr. Andre because Vernon loves himself. So Andre is a fuss little son-in-law.
Vernon is
Vernon likes him.
he does not hate the idea of Andre filling the role of son-in-law and Danny's husband.
No, he seems to think he's a fitting replacement for that damn Bill.
So long as the family's with it, I'm going to be with it too. I'm going to abandon my criticisms over being at the same barbecue functions together. I'm going to abandon my criticisms over her helping him with the 7th grade homework. And I am going to be fully on board with how happy Andre and Danny are at this point, because they undoubtedly are.
Yes, Andre and Danny seem to be pretty happy right now.
They're working it out. They're trying to figure out how to
Working
send
it out.
Christmas cards. They had a fun Thanksgiving together. They're living it up.
They're helping Vernon with his special gift for Anita.
Exactly. Helping him, continue to chip that one off the side.
Yeah,
Holding his secret down so you can continue to have his affair.
I don't believe it. And now
No.
Leslie's trying to be telling people that, he's trying to tell.
Of course. Why would we not?
I don't like the way they've decided to write this, where they're really trying to shove the whole Sharon thing down our throat, because it doesn't leave to be believable now.
Right. No, we whine about it every week, don't we?
And we do.
And I think that this week they might have loosened their grip on it. Now that Leslie's running around telling the town something that we obviously know isn't true, I feel like they sort of loosened their grip a little bit, just a little bit.
Yes.
Just a smidgen. Not ton, but enough for it to not feel so like, oh, they're cheating, and more like they're planning.
Right.
And maybe it is going to be Jingle Bell Rock in the living room.
Maybe it is.
He's going to put on some Ray Charles sunglasses. He's going to sit at the piano.
You guys, I don't know if you guys saw this. Now, this is now earlier I was telling stories about things that weren't true because sometimes I don't believe it. You guys. Anyway, I saw a bunch of little videos of the Christmas party at the studios for the Gates. Oh my gosh.
Super fun, right?
And I wanted to be at that party. They had so much fun. Oh my goodness, the cast and crew had so much stinking fun.
At least on social media, and I'm sure it's true in real life as well. But that cast really seems to get along and like each other. I saw Daphne Duplay is her name, who plays Nicole.
Yes.
She put up something on Instagram where she was going to all of the cast members and asking them, what is Smitty's real name on the show? Mm-hmm. And she had to be very clear, like, what is Smitty, not what's Smitty's real name, because they're like, oh, it's Mike Manning, right? Mm-hmm. No, what's Smitty's, real name? What's his full name on the show Beyond the Gates? And she went to all of the different cast members, contracted, recurring, all of them.
Uh-huh.
Some of them knew. Some of them called him Mike. Uh-huh. But the actors, the characters who were close to the character of Smitty, all knew his name was Bradley.
Yeah, and I think if you'd asked the cast of GH something like that, most of them wouldn't know.
What's Spinelli's first name? I have to give it
for 19 years.
I have to give it to Brandon Claiborne, who plays Martin on the show, because when he was asked, he immediately there was no thought, there was none. It was a reaction. Bradley, like he knew.
Yep.
He knew. I got to give it to him for that, because it's not like they're laying the Bradley down all the time.
Right.
So I gotta
They
give it to him for really really knowing what his character would know. Like
right.
no hesitation. Like he
Mm-hmm.
knows that it's Bradley Smith, and he's probably
Bradley.
known for a long time.
Uh-huh. He
So
probably has.
I don't know. I don't know why I was impressed by that. I'm not trying to make it seem like I doubted his talent or commitment to the role or anything like that. But it was
Mm-hmm.
just like confirmation, you know, and it's fun to see.
Yeah. Well, all those little clips I saw of their Christmas party was awesome.
Hmm.
And there's one of Clifton singing the song that he wrote for the Jackson Five, and it was awesome. Yes, Clifton Davis can sing.
So yeah, put him in some dark sunglasses, stick him in a piano. I'm not trying to be a stereotypical or anything. I just like I think it would be a fun look for him. You know.
Mhm.
Because
Well,
he's kind of got like that deep rasp too. I'm not trying to call him Ray Charles, folks. Get off my back. I'm just saying it would be fun.
it would be fun. And um he doesn't have a raspy voice, by the way.
It's not raspy, but it's old man. Like there's a
Well,
bit of a
his singing
gravel
voice
to
is
a bit
not.
of it. His
His singing,
singing,
his
I
singing
haven't
voice.
heard him sing.
Well, I have. He's singing that
Hmm.
Jackson 5 song that he wrote for
Well,
those fellas
I
all those years
want
ago.
then he needs to be singing. I want Christmas carols. I want a musical Christmas. I don't even want them to advertise. I just want them to do it. Just have it be musical for no reason, no
Oh
explanation.
my goodness, why not?
Just full of music where they're just singing to each other, about each other, just a musical experience. Why the heck not? Michelle, I know you're watching. All right. Fido hooked you on the 10th floor. Okay.
Yeah, yes, I think that's a great idea. Standalone episode,
Just a
musical
musical.
episode.
Why not? Why
Why not?
not? Why not?
Or
Let's
has
do it.
articulates in there and everything.
Exactly. We've got the articulates. We've had the articulates. We can bring them back. And this time, they should do it. You know how they had those old Christmas specials, like way back when?
Like
Like,
variety Christmas shows.
you're right, but not like the Brady Bunch variety, but it was like always like some like, oh, hi, it's me in a cozy cabin. Oh, my celebrity friend just happened to pop by with some gifts. That stupid loose Christmas
Yeah,
cover, but then they all just gather together and it's Bing Crosby shows up and he sings at the piano. You know what I'm talking about. That's
yeah.
what Beyond the Gate should do. It's at the Dupree Mansion.
Mm-hmm.
It's all set up for Christmas. It's Christmas
Mm-hmm.
morning. It's just the living room. It's that static shot. People coming in and out, up and down the stairs, through the front door, and they all sing a
Mm-hmm.
song.
Mm-hmm.
I'm with it. Do it.
Do
Do
it.
it. Do it. Do
Do
it.
it.
And if you didn't do it this year, do it next year and watch the Emmys roll in Beyond the Gates, I promise.
Yeah. Yeah. I think next year, well, the Gates they're going to have all kinds of nominations for sure. But I would say for guest, that will be Erica Slezak.
Yeah. I mean, if we're gonna roll into our Emmy predictions for next year, I think Erica Slezak probably has guessed. I think that we talked about it before. Beyond the Gates is absolutely going to walk away with like costuming and makeup. Like the technical
They
award when
are
it comes to
probably set
presentation of the
design too.
character, set design, all of that. The technical awards.
Hmm.
Writing, directing, all of that. Directing, maybe, because I think that they've done some really good job, really great stuff. If they were to have submit the flashback of Martin defending the car from the racists,
Yeah.
that was
Done.
excellently,
Well done.
excellently, excellently done. I think they got a chance for directing.
I do too.
Writing, writing's hard.
Hmm.
Writing's hard. It's good. It's good.
Hmm.
But General Hospital's really good.
Yeah, they
So
are.
that's tough. That's tough. I think they absolutely have big chances on winning acting categories.
I do too.
Sweep, maybe not. One or two, absolutely.
Yes.
So I think it's going to
And
be
these are
kind
the
of.
two, and these are the two standout
Hey,
actors for
Tracy.
me that come to my mind right away that I think deserve a
Mm-hmm.
nomination.
Okay.
Carla Mosley,
Mm-hmm.
Danny,
Yeah.
definitely her.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely her. Mm,
It's tough because all of
John,
the
John,
John Lindstrom absolutely 100%.
John and Carla.
100%. I think John Lindstrom has probably the strongest reel for supporting actor he's had in decades.
Hmm.
So yeah, for sure, for sure. I think that those are two strong predictions for sure, for sure. Carla Mosley for lead, and then John Lindstrom for male support. Absolutely.
Absolutely.
What do you think, chat? Let me know. Let me know. Tracy loves Beyond the Gates. Hi, Tracy. Welcome to the chat. Ginger's here with us as well. Jeannie, hello.
Hi
I
guys.
like
Hi
this.
guys. And we're closing it. They have to have had it air in 2025.
Yes.
So what
Yes.
we're seeing right now is all that can be submitted.
Yeah, we're coming up to the end of the submission window here in the next
Yes, yes.
10,
And I
9 days or
hear
so.
that Gates are not taking all next week off. That we are going to have some new Gates shows even on Christmas Eve, I understand.
Well, that's super awesome.
There will be Gates on the TV.
Have yourself a Merry Christmas, folks. Sorry, there's somebody parked outside my window. I'm right next to the road. It's not uncommon. Just
Yeah, and
distracted me.
there's kind of a parking place right in front of your door.
Oh yeah, 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 totally. There's a temporary 15-minute parking spot, so it's not uncommon. It's just I just
Yeah,
noticed.
yeah.
Anyway, I hope we see more of Greg Vaughn, says Jeannie, and we absolutely are because Ma, Jeannie, everybody listening at home, this love triangle is gonna heat up, all right? And Nicole's happy to play it.
Well, I think that Carlton, with I thought his picnic idea wasn't a bad idea, but I thought that he was just trying so dang hard. He oversold it.
And that's gonna be his failure because
You know,
Kyle's gonna be so much more smooth.
I think so. I think so. The Carlton thing just seems so forced in a way.
I hear that.
You
I
know,
understand.
I'm not feeling the Nicole and I'm not feeling the Carlton and Nicole connection. I'm really not. I think Nicole's not doing him right, but going in for that kiss because I don't think she's into it. Not really. I think her sister Danny loved hearing though when she said, "Well, you didn't nothing steamy. Didn't even try to kiss you." No, I kissed
Never
him.
did though. Oh.
Yeah, Danny loved that.
I think that Nicole's totally on board for it. I think that the fact that they cast Craig Vaughn as Kyle,
Hmm.
kind of, I don't know, makes the end of this story a smidge obvious.
I think so
So
too.
I can
Yeah.
understand why there is like less connection. Like you never really felt a connection with Carlton anyway. You've mentioned it a number of times. Um, but I think the added Greg Vaughn element and the fact that it is Greg Vaughn makes you just go, okay, well, I think it's inevitable
Well,
that
you don't hire Greg Vaughn to waste him, that's for sure.
exactly, exactly. Why would he lose out on this and then wind up with a character they didn't introduce him with? Right?
Right.
That just doesn't make a whole world of sense to me when it comes to a creative approach to introducing a character.
Yes,
Not
yes,
unless
yes.
they land the groundwork into something now, like he falls for Danny. But Danny's busy. Danny has a pantheon of men right now.
Danny's busy girl, and she right now she loving her young husband.
She sure is, and and then we already mentioned it. Vernon's like, hey, by the way, you better keep that Bill at a distance, okay? He's gonna
Hmm.
find himself worming his way back into Danny's life if you're not careful, if you're not attentive, if you don't keep your eyes open.
Yeah, he was pretty. He gave Andre some solid advice actually.
For sure, for sure.
Because
Vernon's
Bill
living.
don't like it. Bill don't like this already. He's jealous as all get
Oh,
out.
absolutely, absolutely. He's also being poisoned by his wife and doesn't know it. So Bill's getting into both sides.
Sometimes, I would love it. I would love it though if Bill has figured this out a little bit.
I think that he's going to start figuring it out because of the whole Lynette situation.
Hmm.
So Lynette, now a new client of Bill's, connected to Haley's past. No, sir, is Val.
Big connection.
Oh yeah, and she and Randy are on alert,
Hmm.
making sure that they're running interference before she can interrupt their plan. And it seems as though something had gone sour between them all before.
Uh-huh. And I thought that Haley was kind of dumb for deciding to meet this person in a public place to just catch up.
I mean,
What?
To speak openly about such things, absolutely a stupid place, but safe to meet somebody that you maybe don't trust in a widely public area.
Well, that's true.
But they weren't necessarily quiet or secret. I hear a
No.
weed whacker. Maybe it's a gardeners. Maybe gardeners have shown up.
Well, maybe. What they gonna garden there, Beth? They ain't hardly no
Oh,
open
there's
space.
not a lot. There's not a lot, but there's some stuff to cut back.
Okay.
So there's a bush near the driveway, especially.
Mm.
Anyway, I like this podcast hour. I feel so relaxed in this 1:30.
Yeah,
I
you
feel
like it?
I feel yeah, because I feel less I feel less compelled to stay on subject, and I feel a little more free to be distracted and talk about whatever. And I think it's because this chat's not full of bloodthirsty GH fans. Oh, I'm kidding, folks. It's a good time. Ginger
Um,
finds Carlton to be boring.
Me too. He's like he's as interesting as corrugated cardboard. I'm sorry.
Well, I mean, at least you can like draw something on corrugated cardboard and maybe make it interesting.
Yeah, but your colors won't be vivid because it's already,
It's
you know.
it's gonna be muted.
Yes,
You're
it's
totally
gonna
right. You're absolutely right. Oh, he's cardboard.
be scar.
Hey, did you see the Christmas Miracle on the show this year? It's happened already. It happened to
No.
Leslie. Some man who isn't Ted, depressed off of his butt, smooched on her. It's a Christmas miracle. Leslie, you just chase that. Just leave Ted far behind. You and
And you
you and
deserve it.
Marcel,
And you deserve him too.
you and
Marcel, you
Marcel,
deserve him.
you pack up and you move to a new town. You go to Baltimore, huh? Get out of here and go to Baltimore. Go live with the socialites in Baltimore.
Yeah. She doesn't know how many problems he has as well. He's got some problems. For one thing, he don't have nearly the money that she would want him to.
No, but he's got the bloodthirsty, ruthless, I'm going to shoot this guy in the field that she likes.
Yeah. And Marcel's I just don't like him.
You're not
He's just,
supposed he's a bad guy.
he's icky.
He,
He looks
he
icky too.
so here's the
He looks
thing.
like he would smell.
Yeah, right. So we have a few ne'er do wells on the show, right? We got Marcel, we got some dirty cops, we got Joey, we got his crew, we got Leslie, we got Eva to a minor degree. People were kind of up to no good, a little bit more than they're up to good, right?
Yeah.
I think that of all of those characters that I listed, while she did run Laura over,
Mm-hmm.
Leslie to me is the least dangerous, the least lethal
I
of
don't
the
know.
lot.
I don't know. She didn't care if Laura died.
She didn't care, but I just when it comes down to it,
She didn't care if Laura died twice.
she didn't. I recognize and I totally understand that. And I'm not saying that she's not potentially lethal, but I'm saying that of her plans, going there might not necessarily be first. Because when she ran Laura down, she didn't intend to kill her. She was just knocking her off a little bit. You know,
Mhm.
that was it. That was meant to hurt her.
How much is Shanice gonna put up with her crap?
Um, not much.
Talks down to Shanice bad.
I feel like maybe Leslie might get hit with a Christmas tree ornament before too long.
Maybe.
Just a big red one, just shattering right on her forehead, perhaps.
Hmm.
Oh, 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 oh! Gardeners with their leaf blowers.
Well, there you go. You were right.
Hey,
And we can't hear him, Matt. That's good.
well, I can.
Yeah. But
I
we
like
cannot.
corrugated cardboard more than Carlton. Wow, Ginger, you were fierce. You were all that time on the island gave
It's
you a lot of
useful,
time
right?
to think, huh,
Corrugated
Ginger?
cardboard is useful.
Corrugated cardboard's useful. Oh my goodness gracious. He's useful, all right? He's Carlton, gosh darn it, all right? He contributes to society. He pays his taxes. His car is insured. There's registration.
I think she ought to smooch on Kyle and see which one she liked better.
Oh, I'm with that. I'm with that. I think that anybody should take their opportunity to kiss Greg Bond if you can. Why not? Just check it off your bucket list. Check it off the bucket list. Oh gosh. Okay, Ma. We got about like 6 minutes left for Beyond the Gates. What do you want to hit here? You want to hit like you mentioned Peaches before the show. Is there something you want to talk about Peaches? She could die, Ma. She can die.
I think she probably will. I think she probably will, and I don't think it's going to make I don't think it's going to make Leslie Dana any better of a person. But I thought their scenes together this week were more sweet, and when
Yeah.
she's she always gets Peaches so upset that she's having a coughing fit and trying to die by the time she leaves, and that didn't seem to
Can
happen
you
this week.
chill? Can you
So,
chill?
but yes, but we do have to talk about before we leave, is
Yeah.
before we end this segment anyway,
Yeah.
not um, we need to talk about Anita
Yes, Miss Anita. Actually, she is our cover woman.
and Miss
Beyond the
Anita.
diagnosis.
Yeah, and Gates, I think, did a pretty good job of depicting what those appointments are like
Yeah. I've
and
never
how,
been to one myself.
well, I have. I haven't had to have a needle biopsy or anything like that.
Mm-hmm.
But I have had a couple of scares where they say, let's do an ultrasound too.
Mm-hmm.
I've had a couple of those.
Mm-hmm.
I've had a lump that turned out to be nothing, but it didn't have a needle. It didn't have to have a biopsy. But as far as like just like talking her through it and stuff, and this is what happened, and that they did a great job. I think
Awesome.
it paralleled reality really well. And I have a feeling that Gates is going to try to tell the story in a realistic way.
Good. 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 When it comes down to it, we've got an incredible actor there, playing Anita, right? Like just seasoned, decades and decades of experience being on our television. We all know her from something.
Yes.
For me, it was Law and Order.
Well, I know that she's done a lot of soap operas in the past too.
I don't know her soap history intimately well, but I know that she had a prolific primetime career as well before stepping into the role of Anita on Beyond the Gates. And so, if we're going for realistic, if we're going for it, if we're going there like Degrassi did, then yeah, I think that we picked the right character and the right actor to do it.
I tell you, casting for Anita and Vernon are so stinking perfect.
I wonder if that's where they started. I'd be vastly curious to know. Michelle Valjean, if you just could come and hang out with us losers for a little while. We got interesting questions. We got some. I'm gonna say we got the most interesting questions of everybody out there. All right, all right, okay. We got the best questions. Come here for the best questions.
Absolutely.
I don't know if we really do. People
But
probably have way better questions than us, but we're the most fun.
now
At least we think we are.
we are the most fun. I saw previews for next week, and I'm grateful to say that Anita is not going to try to keep this under her hat forever.
Nah,
She's
she
not going to try
rightfully
to go through
should.
this alone. And she's not going to try to go through this alone like a lot of soap opera
Yeah.
stuff does.
Mm-hmm.
She's not going to try to go through an illness alone and just for the spare of my family. Now, I understand why she doesn't want to tell anybody until she gets her results back.
Well, of course. Well, of
You don't
course.
want to scare the absolute crud out of your family for nothing.
No, no.
But,
That's why we had the week of waiting along with Anita.
right. I thought it was awesome that the articulates are there for her and she told them first, Tracy and Sharon. I'm glad so far, outstanding.
It's cool that they did that whole articulate story, right? A couple of months ago now. It's old. It's an old story now.
Yeah.
But the result of it has lasted. Like they got over it. They rekindled their friendship.
Yes.
And that's not something we're like, well, great. Now that story's over. We're never going to have the articulates on ever again. Like they have kept it, and I think
Right.
that's neat. I like that. I like that.
I liked it too.
Good job, Beyond the Gates, for your continuity.
So I know that next week she's going to tell Vernon.
And she should. Why wait to tell your long-term life partner, especially one that's been there for you for everything?
Right.
Excuse me.
So
Bless me. Sorry.
I'm looking forward to seeing the whole Anita story with her health crisis.
Yeah.
Of course, she might wind up having vasectomy, she might in the show wind up having to have one. But I think ultimately Anita Dupree will be fine and she will
Did you say
survive.
vasectomy?
Mastectomy.
Oh, mastectomy.
Mastectomy. Yes.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Maybe
You know, they
I
did
don't
a
know how
really
far
good
it'll go.
job at casting the daughters, I think, too.
They've just I mean,
Nicole
yeah.
reminds me a little bit of Tamara.
Okay.
Danny reminds me a little bit of Clifton.
I think that they
He
definitely
took
took their
time.
time because they had time.
Hmm.
Get that process started early.
Yeah.
I'd be like I thank you very much for the blessings in the chat. I would be very curious to know where they started. Like who did they start with first, and then try to like craft and construct the family from there.
I bet it's Anita and Vernon. Betcha.
I want to, Michelle, just comment to the video. Like I said, I know that Fido hooked you on the 10th floor, so just comment, just leave a little comment, and just let us know who the first actors you cast were. I'd be very curious to know.
Yeah.
Well, I guess that's it, Ma. We gotta leave Washington D.C. behind.
Okay.
We gotta. All right, Salem needs us.
Mm. Salem does need us.
Okay, the Demiras are missing. There's only one left. Gosh darn it.
Well, yeah, and now they shove this Peter character in there too.
Yeah. So I was I don't who other than being Kristen's brother, who is Peter Blake? Who?
Well, I don't know any backstory too much because, of course, we weren't watching then, and I didn't do a deep dive and try to figure it out.
Right.
But I know Peter's a bad guy.
He was a bad guy doing bad
Bad
things.
guy.
Apparently, he's been played by quite a few different actors.
Now, I don't know what I recognize him from, but I so recognize who's playing Peter.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Let's
got
see.
quite the career.
Dan Gauthier. He played Kevin Buchanan on One Life to Live.
Yep.
Is that what you
Yep.
know him from? Is that what it is?
I do.
That
I
in,
do, but I know him from something from Primetime too, but I just
oh.
finger on it.
Um, Tour of Duty. He was in Teen Witch. He was in an episode of
Teen Wolf. Teen Wolf.
Teen Wolf.
You think he was in one of the Teen Wolves?
Oh, I have no idea. Like on MTV?
I think so.
Oh, well, I don't know. I just got a brief little snippet here. Anyway,
I don't know, but I recognize his face right away. Like I said, but
well, Peter
what?
Blake, he was invented in 1993.
Okay.
Um, Kristen was around already by then.
Mm-hmm.
And
Probably played by Eileen Davidson at the time.
yeah, and he was warning her to stay away from John Black.
Mm-hmm.
Stefano Demira and Tony Demira returned to town. Peter and Stefano plotted to have John Black killed because he and Kristen had fallen in love. John Black?
John Black, he must have fallen on his head that day.
See, John Black just loved to love, I think is what it was. When Marlena wasn't around, there was somebody that needed to occupy his heart, and Kristen was the person at that time.
Do you remember when Kristen and Alex was laying down together for a little while?
Yes, Kristen. Gosh, Kristen just would be anybody, and we have point proof positive with Brady, all right?
My goodness, yes.
We will not let that go. I will, at least. Peter and Stefano plotted to have John Black killed because he and Kristen had fallen in love, but the shooter they hired to kill him failed. Peter and Stefano managed to convince Kristen to marry Tony. They talked about that, didn't they? They had a little. They didn't talk about it. They didn't talk about it. The fans talked about it when Tony and Kristen were in the crypt together.
Okay.
Because there was, and I think Tony was Andre at the time. So this little thing, by the way,
And she's not really a Demira.
No, she's not really a Demira. But they got married and stuff, and there was like some lingering Andre kind of has the hots for Kristen that's kind of persisted and existed. Because, Tony is Andre, Andre is Tony. At this point, you can't separate these two identical
Right.
characters.
I'm starting to think that maybe Vivian and Stefan are behind this.
Maybe. That would be interesting. Come on back. Come on back, Stefan.
Because Stefan's the only Demira right now not in there. I mean, as far as the kids go, he's the only one not in there.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. He's the one that's not in there. No, no. When it comes to direct children of.
Right. He's the one that's missing.
God, he's got a lot of kids. I mean, Theo's not a direct child of.
No, but he has been a CEO.
And that seems to be the real, like, binds between them all.
It
Is
seems to be.
whether or
That's
not you've
all
been in
of them.
control of Demira.
All of them have had to be ahead of. You know what would be fun too?
Mm-hmm.
If good old Maggie was behind this nonsense.
she just walks it. She just strolls in. She's like, finally, my revenge is at foot. That would be crazy. I'd be totally with that. In '94, Peter began to date Jennifer Horton. So Peter has a history with Jennifer.
Oh, well, Jennifer needs to have a history on an airplane and never come back.
Peter realized that he had to rid himself of his old ways and planned to sell a club where he had been trafficking drugs. But instead, he went down.
Mm-hmm.
That darn Bo Brady.
He even told Kristen that he had been to see their mom. Well, only for a minute.
Yeah, right? Now, off screen, just told real fast. I was blowing through Aramid, and I was just like, hey, lady in white, how's it going? Hey, it's good to see you. I've been kidnapped.
Aramid,
back to town anyway.
I know Aramid is just backward spelling, right?
Of Demira, yeah.
Of Demira.
Mm-hmm.
But it reminds me, so for some of you would know, do you guys remember a men's cologne from the 80s called Aramis?
I
It always makes me think of that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is a really long bio. Peter has actually done quite a bit on the show, it seems. Or at least it was significant enough for somebody to have written down the details.
Well, then Days of Our Lives, those folks that have been watching for a long time, you guys are probably excited for him to return. Are you? Are you looking forward to Peter returning?
He was on for a solid 5 years, from 93 to 98.
Well, that's a long time.
Yeah.
Also a long time ago.
A long time ago as well, you're right. He hasn't been on the show in quite some time. I'm trying to see how it is that Peter Blake was originally written off. See, folks, again, the first half of this podcast, we're talking about Beyond the Gates. Is this for experts? Because we are. We've been watching Beyond the Gates since the beginning, all right? We are day oneers of Beyond the Gates, and that is an achievement in soaps. Who has been watching a soap since day one, huh? I hope you get the joke. Anyway, but with Days of Our Lives, we don't know schnit, okay? This is Days for Dummies. This is the Days for Dummies half, in which I'm doing live research on how Peter Blake is written off, because we don't know nothing.
I thought that Peter has been in prison for some time. That's the impression I got. Yeah.
He was in prison, but in 2019... Abe Carver mentioned that Peter Blake disappeared after his release from prison. Even though he stayed away from Salem, Peter would participate in important votes that would determine who the CEO of Demira Enterprises would be. So he's been an off-screen character, not in prison now, since 2019. So just off living his own life. And now he's being swept up in this nonsense, being thrown into the crypt. And Rafe, bless Rafe in his FBI brain. All these Demirs are going missing. He's like, give me the key to the crypt, gosh darn it.
I know, right? But I'm wondering, I think the Demirs are going to get out pretty soon. I think they're going to get out of the crypt pretty
Are
soon.
they going to finish digging that darn hole?
I don't know.
Well, I mean, the time is on. I mean, now we have the ticking clock. Before we didn't have a ticking clock. We were just adding characters, figuring out what's going on. Now we have what we call in the storytelling and narrative world, the ticking clock, and her name is Kristen.
Yes, because that girl could get some sepsis.
Exactly. So now we have the Kristen could die unless we do something. Ticking clock, which is going to now rush us to the inevitable release, discovery, or escape.
I mean, I think Rafe is going to be, if Rafe actually gets into that crypt and they're in there, I think he's going to be relieved and disappointed at the same time.
He's like, I found them all. I found them all.
I found them all. Oh, man.
Jeez. Man, all of them? All of them? Not one of you died? Not a single... son of a gun.
Now, EJ's still okay? Doggone it.
Oh, I think we find out it's Peter's doing, says Jeannie.
Ooh.
I have no
Well,
idea who's behind it. They
well,
are.
then
They
he's
seem
still
to be
bad.
convinced that whoever is behind it has been locked up in there with them.
Hmm.
EJ.
Yep.
Kristen wants to choke that man out.
He does. Oh my
She
God.
wants to choke
Yes.
him out. You got your dose of soap of violence in the crypt this week, Ma.
I know I did.
And it was Kristen.
Yeah.
Doing good. You're doing good work
Oh, she
on
wants
that
to go after him.
gigantic man, EJ. Gigantic Dan Fugral.
Yeah, you know what? You guys, he is a large frame dude.
He's huge.
He's a big
He's
guy.
enormous. He's like 6'40".
He's probably the tallest person on the cast.
He might be the tallest person in soaps.
Maybe. And Eric's not a little tiny dude either.
No, no, he's not. He's not. I would actually be curious to see Cameron Matheson and Dan Fugregal. Can somebody tell me how to pronounce his gosh darn
They're,
last name? Standing next to each other. I'd be curious to see who's taller between the two.
I think they're just their body structure is very similar.
I
Not
mean,
only their
Dan's
height,
got. I
but their
think
whole
Dan
structure
has.
is
So I think that Cameron is more lean muscularly, while Dan is a little more bulky.
yeah.
But whatever, whatever. They're all in a crypt together. That's what
Well,
matters.
we saw him one time, you guys. We saw him at a nightclub, and we saw Dan there. He don't dress like EJ at all.
No, no, no.
No, no.
But it's been fun. It's been fun. So I've been watching Days. It's been a good time, and I've been really trying to piece together my EJ accent, and I'll debut that at some point.
Okay.
You know, just trying to get that
Okay.
posh English, because I rely on the Charles Shaughnessy a lot when I do English. So I gotta get off of that. So I'm
Yeah.
working on that polished, poetic tone that EJ has.
You start with how the way he says mother.
Mother, I'll work on it.
Yeah.
Guy who plays Bill on Beyond the Gates is pretty tall and big, in Tracy's opinion.
Yeah.
He is. He is. You're totally not wrong about that, Tracy.
Yep.
Stick him there too. All right, all three of them, shoulder to shoulder. I want to see, and then we'll mark it on the wall behind him. It'll be like Cameron, 46 years old.
Like I have if I get to know.
Eric and Galen are 6'2", both of them together. Eric Marstolf and Galen, who wants to immediately charge right into that crypt. Again, so impressed by FBI Rafe. He's like, we're going to check out the crypt. Why not? Of all of the places that we're going to start looking, we're going to start looking here in the crypt.
They're gonna have to give Rafe a new love interest again.
I thought it
Don't
was
you
going to be
think?
Kat for a minute, but she's fallen in love with EJ.
I know that she's gonna be smooching on EJ in a couple of weeks.
Yeah, for sure. For sure. For sure. For sure.
I don't
Ooh.
why do females find EJ so irresistible? Because
It's
I have
it's the
not seen
accent and the money and the power and the
I guess. But everybody
education.
knows what a jerky is.
Right, but when he's not being a jerk directly to you, he's just so gosh darn irresistible.
And so charming, isn't
Just
he?
so charming. I can't resist it. I mean, we bonded when he was burnt. Okay, the EJ Demir that exists right now was not the EJ Demir I knew laying in that bed. I know the real EJ, not the one with his walls up and his mask on. The
Yeah.
real EJ. The one that was transitioning faces between the old actor and the new.
Maybe. Oh my goodness. Maybe all these ladies are starting to are like the corner of EJ that's good. We're trying to save him from himself.
Exactly. And then they all have the realization like Belle does, where just no matter what you do, he's gonna be a jerk.
Yeah.
No matter what.
Good, he ain't no good,
There's
he
gonna be
ain't.
something that comes up and we're just gonna be like, I choose Johnny over your butt. Get out.
Mm-hmm.
There's just gonna be something. There's gonna
No, I
be
think they
something.
started this storyline. I think they just started the storyline of Chanel's going to be pregnant.
Yes, yes. I recognize. Sorry. Jeannie says Aussie. I recognize that Dan has a Australian accent or whatever, but I'm pretty sure EJ's supposed to have an English one. Like just like a week ago or whatever, Leo's like, "Oh, the culprit probably has a posh English accent," and he was referring to EJ.
Yeah.
So I think that's what it's supposed to be, even if it's not.
I think it's a accent, you know? It's a little bit of his own accent, and then he throws in the,
And then he tries to make it sound a little bit English, but I'm pretty sure, and I'm open to Days for Dummies after all. I'm open to being wrong, but I'm pretty sure he's supposed to be English because it's not like he's like, oh crikey, I'm Robert Scorpio out here, you know, like it's not quite
I
that,
saw
you know what I mean?
I saw a picture, an old picture of Eileen Davidson as Susan, Stefano dressed up as Elvis
Elvis
Presley,
Presley, yes, I've seen the picture too.
holding and Susan's holding baby EJ. Funny picture.
That's how I got him out of her arms. I had to dress up to pretend to be Elvis so I could get my EJ. James Scott is from England. James Scott, is that the original actor who played EJ? I think so. I think so. I think so. Hello, Alicia. Alicia or Alicia, I'm not sure, let me know. Said that they were watching when Peter Blake was on, but can't remember who the actor was. The actor's name was... I have it here because the article's still up. Jason Brooks.
Never heard of him.
Jason
Maybe I've seen him and
Brooks.
didn't know who he was.
Yeah. Well, let's see. He was on Baywatch Hawaii as well. He was on The Pretender and The Sweet Life of Zach and Cody. And on Charmed. The
everybody
Charmed
been on
connection
Charmed, right?
continues.
Everybody been on Charmed. That's
Yeah,
very
he
good.
played some sort of minor, like, villain of the week, though. I don't even recognize him.
Oh, okay. And you watched plenty of Charmed.
I watched all of Charmed. I don't think there was a bit of Charmed I didn't see.
Hmm.
And that's what they play in Bayview Asylum. They play safe, older shows like that are, you know, action adventure oriented, but still kind of heart filled and family in nature. You know, they find it safe for the patients, especially ones like Sophia, who really need to be able to channel some of her inner demons into like some sort of outward projection of fighting actual demons.
Yeah. They didn't show her this week.
No, but Rachel, they showed. Rachel would like to not be there for Christmas, and Rachel also has a best good friend in Sophia, which confuses the Bojingles right out of poor Tate. And he's like, how? How could you possibly be friends with somebody who
But
doesn't speak?
she had a great explanation.
Well, you know, we play Candyland, we play Monopoly. She's silent, but when she spins the thing for the game of life, we all know what's going to happen. She's going to move the car forward. Oh my goodness gracious. Oh,
Wait till they find out what kind of shenanigans those two girls have been up
They've
to,
been
and they're going to do more.
they have been eating hamburgers and nobody knows, and that is so bad. It is so wrong. They should not be eating those
They're going to be
hamburgers.
joyriding pretty soon. Should take Rachel with her.
Just be like, hop in, Rachel. I found this convertible outside. No, it's okay. We're gonna bring it right back. They won't even know we're gone.
They won't even know we're
They
gone.
won't
You
even
know,
know
Rachel
we're
will
gone.
do that kind of stuff too.
Oh, she will in a heartbeat. She was so happy.
She will do that stuff in a heartbeat. I don't know if they're going to switch out Rachel again or have her go off, have Rachel not be on for a while. Who knows what Days of Our Life's going to do. But that little actress got herself a big old job playing. Laura Ingalls should be gone.
Yep. Just in time for the Soras. I'm actually surprised that we're getting. Rachel's story and Bayview and all of that, because I really thought this was going to be the transition point. Because she got that job.
Right.
You know, I thought that was going to be it. I thought she was going to go into Bayview, and 6 months later she can come back 16.
Yeah. And I love Kristen's response to all of it. She freaking out in that crypt when
yeah.
she found out the
Oh,
baby
yeah.
is such a mess.
If I wasn't in jail, this would not be happening, and I agree. I absolutely agree. Rachel would not have done nothing like that if Kristen was still around, because Kristen would have interfered. She would have stopped her.
Yeah. And EJ kind of feels sorry for Kristen. You know, she never does. He never does. But he did this time. He kind of felt bad for her. She
Deservedly
seemed
so.
so tortured. She seemed so tortured.
She is. Hopefully, this is the big moment that softens everybody toward Kristen, and they start giving her another chance. That'd be nice. That'd be
Yeah,
nice.
yeah. That'll be nice, and it'll be fun to watch her mess it up.
Alicia or Alicia says the biggest dummy on Days is Brady Black, followed by his son Tate. Alicia, have you been watching the podcast?
I think Matthew is agreeing with you. Huh, Matt?
My
You
God,
think-
they're just dumb. They are prime examples of soap dumb.
Yep.
Just the biggest dum dums. The biggest dummies. And Tate's grades go to show that he's a big dum dum too.
And he seems, what did he get? Like a 1.9?
1.7, I think it was.
1 point, oh my gosh. That's a failing fool.
Super fail.
But do you know what was so funny about that to me is like, how can you have that bad of a GPA and be surprised about it?
Especially when he was trying to do all of this makeup work a couple of weeks ago. You know, he's
Right.
like, I really need to bring these grades up. And then I love how Ari's like, how could your grades possibly be this low? Like, those weren't the lines, but that was the sentiment behind it. Like, how in a million years could anybody be having this as their GPA? How could it be possible? And he's like, I just wasn't doing any work at all, which
I wasn't doing
makes
nothing.
total. Yeah, he was like, I was so distracted by the Sophia thing and blah 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 da 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 da, and it makes sense. It's
It
true
does
because he
make
didn't do a
sense.
lick of schoolwork during that entire storyline.
It totally makes sense. But doesn't make sense that he's surprised that he failed.
You know,
Um,
right, right. You know also what I find to be a little hard to swallow, and maybe I'm just being judgy and mean. But Holly being this super student who can do it all, has a perfect GPA and time to be this incredibly involved intern assistant, unpaid, getting to the bottom of the mystery of the secret stalker because she told Steve the right thing. How capable is Holly, really? Like, good God.
oh well, she
She's,
landed on her feet now.
you know, it's like she went from drug spin at her birthday and New
Uh-huh.
Year's to being just a robot of achievement.
Yes, can do it all
She
now.
can do it all, folks, and that is a criticism. I'm criticizing it. Where is the Holly flaw? There's no Holly flaw. She got drunk. That's not a flaw. That's young. That's being young. You
Exactly.
know, she burned down a dorm room.
Yeah.
That's just being dumb.
And she,
And even then, she didn't get herself drunk. Sophia did that.
that's true. Sophia basically drugged her.
All right, let's find a Holly flaw. All right,
I think Holly's supposed to take off and she's going to go to Paris
she's
for
going to
Christmas.
Paris for Christmas. She's supposed to bring Tate, but now Tate's feeling a little pulled between what Rachel wants and what he wants.
Yeah, I don't think he's going to actually go. I think he's actually not going to go. We'll see. I feel bad for little Rachel, though. She's going to be stuck in there on Christmas Day. You can't get out of there for 4 hours on Christmas morning.
Oh,
Come.
she's gonna get out of there for 4 hours on Christmas morning, whether or not she's supposed to. She's getting
Yeah,
out of there for 4 hours on Christmas morning, and they're gonna
I
have a
think
panic
so.
attack as they have to lock down the loony bin because they can't find Rachel on Christmas.
Yeah.
And they're gonna find her in Horton Town Square, the safest place to be when you're on quarantine.
So, yeah.
Alex
So I'm
Kyriakis.
switching it up a little bit, man.
Go ahead.
What do you think is the purpose of having Liam go have a, a, a session with Jeremy? Do you think they're gonna influence either each other negatively?
See, this is tough because okay, so we all know that Liam is played by Hank
Hank
Northrup,
Northrup.
who is Wayne Northrup and Lynn Herring's son.
Yep.
So he's like, you know, the next generation of soap actor, you know, Gen 2 of soap actor, which is neat. You know, we don't really get that very often, right?
No.
So there's a little bit of like anticipation and notoriety already attached to his name and the character he's playing on Days. But they're
Hmm.
going this really slow introduction route
They
with
are.
the character, which, you know, it's fine. You know, you don't need to dominate with the new character or anything. But it also leaves you not really knowing what the hell this dude's all about. Especially, you know, he's like this guy from the street who can't read, and he's like, you know, Abe's being mentored, hanging
And
out with
he's
Jeremy.
mentioned that he has a family more than once. He's got kids.
Yeah, you know, like so, you know, there's something there, but we don't know what it is. And so we see this, and then we, you know, there's the big question mark. Like, why are we doing this? Why? Like you've asked, right? It's natural to have that question. So if I were to try to figure it out as an amateur writer, you know, someone who likes to think that he knows what's going on,
Hmm.
I would say that this character that he's playing, Liam, is going to be the bridge between either proving that Jeremy is behind the letter writing or
Hmm.
proving that Jeremy is not behind the
Hmm.
letter writing,
Right.
due only to his connection to Abe and Abe's like connection to law enforcement and Steve and all of that investigation. So perhaps with the trust that he could be earning from Abe and what he's able to see and how Jeremy has changed my life and blah 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 blah. maybe that's a role he's going to play. But I don't know. I don't know. It's super light and like not important.
Yeah.
So it's hard. It's hard. It's hard for me to say. So unless there's some big secret there, like my family is actually robots. You know, I don't know. My family's actually Clyde Weston. I don't know. I would have gone with my planned story, which is he is the unknown offspring between Marlena and Roman, but not because she was pregnant with them like she was with the twins, but because Stefano at some point had gotten a hold of their genetic material and grew a baby without their consent.
That sounds like a Days of Our Lives kind of story.
Exactly. And then it's because of this, that, and the other reason, whatever, he lost control of the plan, the experiment, one of his deaths in which he had to rise as the Phoenix once more. Once he rose as the Phoenix again, this thing had completely broken apart and he had lost track of what happened to this kid that he grew in the lab. And as it turns out, it's Liam.
Well,
and then that gives Marlena something interesting to do, and it gives Josh Taylor as Roman something to do, and I'd be with that.
And Marlena's feeling not so good right now. She's thinking that she's not even going to be a psychiatrist anymore.
Marlena should retire and just move to Miami.
That's what she's talking about.
Yeah, I think it's time. I think it's time. And really, I know, folks, I know you're probably going to hate me, and this is the Days for Dummies speaking. It is, because I haven't been watching for a billion years. But, Marlena, while she is synonymous with Days of Our Lives, she absolutely is. Totally.
Sure is.
1,000%. And has been such a strong character that she exists and has existed and has contributed so much on her own, unrelated to John Black. So this has nothing to do with the fact that he's no longer on the show. But I don't think that Marlena needs to go the route of Doug, where she's on the show until she's 100.
Right.
I think that they should find a logical point for Marlena to go off on her next adventure that's not in Salem.
I wonder if Deidre feels that way.
I have no idea what Deidre feels.
Me either.
Not a clue. But just for the sake of interest to the show, for the protection of the character, for the not having to do the Doug Williams of it all, I think that they could and should, find a place for Marlena to retire outside of Salem.
Well, maybe.
I don't know.
Hey.
Maybe I'm just being mean
You know
today.
who else? You know who else could be behind? And I think that she would do this. You know who else could? I'm thinking of more matriarchs. Who else could be behind the crypt?
Oh yeah.
Kate could be throwing their
Somebody
butt.
said that in the chat a minute ago that it could be Kate.
Could be throwing their
Kate
butts
or
in
Maggie,
there.
that would be real interesting if either one of them walked in and been like, "Listen, what you did to the Kiriakis is that's not going to fly by me." So when you get out of here, something's going to change. And I mean, I don't think that EJ's behind it, and here's why. The preview. In the preview, they had all of those people who were in the crypt standing in the Demira room, and he puts Stefano's Phoenix ring on, and he says, "The house of Demira will not fall," right? Showing a big, alliance between all of them, and we're going to stand together as Demiras, and Chad's even wearing a power suit, and all sorts of, So I just don't think that EJ's involved. EJ's responsible for it. And I think that having a Kate or a Maggie walk in, or somebody of the like that's not on the show right now, but would be just as interesting that we can't list because we don't know who they are. I think that would be totally cool. Who do you guys in the chat think it is? Like, really, you guys know Days better than we do.
Sure do.
Or if you're watching, on the back end, leave a comment. Or come over here if you're listening on the audio. Come over to the YouTube, leave a comment here on this video. It's called the same thing. It's got the same thumbnail. You'll find it real easy. Let us know who you think is behind it.
Or you could just write us an email if you wanted to.
10thfloorgh@gmail.com. I'd be curious to know what you guys think out there, because we're dummies. We're dummies. We have no clue. But we do know what Days does. We know the Days rhythm, right? And the Days rhythm is somebody who has been on the show before is up to this. There's no doubt in my mind that it was somebody who used to be on the show. Even if it's a recast or whatever, it's a character that's been on the show before, because Days isn't going to invent somebody new, not right now. They just invented the whole Green family. They're not going to invent a new villain.
I don't think so.
So Stefan, Vivian, Kate,
Mm.
Maggie.
Some
I'll even take the crazy Blake Barrett's again. You know, Bobrick. I'll have Bobrick come in there. I'll be like, what? Jeannie's just over it. Wants it to be done. Wow. Well, if they're losing Jeannie, then it is time to move on.
Well, yeah. Well, they ain't been in there all that long, really.
I think that we've capped off when it comes to the captives, though. I don't think we're having anybody added to the crypt. And again, with the ticking clock of Kristen, we're closer to it being over than it starting.
I think they're going to be found rather quickly,
Probably
actually.
this coming week,
Yeah.
and they're gonna have to
Maybe
go to the
it'll be,
hospital. I don't know.
yeah.
I don't know. Yeah.
Maybe it'll be a Christmas miracle.
She's gonna Kristen's gonna burst into into the Kiriakis house to visit Brady. Oh, Xander's not happy.
Oh,
Xander's not
Kristen's
happy.
gonna be when Kristen is out and feeling okay,
Mm-hmm.
she gonna come after Brady bad.
Well, I mean, yes, but also at the same time, he was acting with the truth that Kristen wanted him to think was true.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I mean, but also he's like, "You're never gonna see our daughter again." You know, I just want to see her when. Like that was bad. That was bad. It was hard.
Yep.
It was hard. So, Dinah
Yep.
Girl. Okay, Dinah Girl's behind it. Okay, I don't know who that is.
Mm.
Is that Marlena? Did Deidre Hall play Dinah Girl?
She she did a series in the 70s, Dinah Girl.
Well, there we go. Okay, there we go, Tracy. She moves to Miami and dons a superhero persona called Dinah Girl, and that's the last act for Marlena Evans.
She was a superhero,
Cleaning
kind
up the
of.
mean streets of Miami, Florida. Ah, folks. Unfortunately, it's time for me to close down the lot.
Is it?
It is. I
Okay.
close down the lot. People have got their trees. Again, we really only have these rows left. I really think that these are going to be the ones that I have to feed into the wood chipper at the end of the season.
Let me give an update on. I'm enjoying all the holiday decor on our shows. Yes, I
Yes.
am. I think that I like all those decorations, every single one of them.
Mm-hmm.
But my least favorite is that is Johnny and Chanel's Christmas tree of blue and yellow ribbons. I don't like it.
They didn't have time.
Blue and pink. Blue and
They've been
pink.
busy with that really loud bratty kid. They just didn't have time to set it up like they usually do.
And Gabby better be watching how she talks to Javi because I like him so much.
Yes, yes, yes. And
Don't be talking to him like that.
we're eventually going to be getting a new hobby, too. They announced that a long time ago.
They did.
So, stay tuned. Stay tuned. But yeah, no, she's talking some schnitt to Javi, and Leo's gonna have to like defend him in some way, and that's not gonna be good for Gabby. So stay tuned for that. But anyway,
Yeah.
we gotta wrap it up. There's holiday stuff going on around here. All right, I gotta close down the lot. We gotta get plans for the weeks going, and Christmas is coming up, folks. It's coming up
It
this
sure
week.
is.
So get ready for that.
Oh my
Send me a gift wrapped in stuff, or just donate to the channel if you want. So, in the meantime, get comfortable, watch some soaps this week, however many are going to be on for however
Yeah.
many days there is. And we're going to
Days
join
of
you
our
next
life probably
week.
on all 5 days.
Yeah, it probably will be.
Yeah.
But join us again next week, live right here on YouTube. It'll happen again. We're not going to miss it unless something happens.
Ooh, I got so much going on. My goodness.
Well, hopefully you don't have too much going on for next Sunday.
Well,
Well, if you do, then we're going to miss it.
oh, well, I didn't. No, I'm going to be around. I'm going to be
Well,
around.
you don't have to force it.
I'm going to be around.
Great.
However, I'm leaving for Las Vegas the very next day.
Hey, how exciting. All right. All right, folks. All right, get on out of here. All right, get all cozy, put your coats back on and go home.
Mm-hmm.
Can't stay here. I'm closing down the lot.
Mm-hmm.
Go hang your ornaments.
Yeah.
Your horn ornaments, which is
Oh, I'm sure we're going to get some
we'll
horror
get that.
ornaments next
Oh,
week.
we're good. I saw a little preview for it already. They're going to hang the Doug ornament, and it's going to be a big emotional moment.
Right there in that tree lot right there, you could probably find some piece of wood, play stickball, and swing for what?
Those fences.
Those fences.
And as you're leaving, don't let the gate hit you in the butt on the way out. I've been Matt.
And I've been Kat.
Follow us on social media, like and subscribe. That's it. Goodbye.